As with any offense involving one victim or many victims, the perpetrator or perpetrators should always be held accountable, and justice for the victim or victims should always prevail. It is truly unfortunate that this is not the case with this specific investigation. Despite the outcome of this investigation, the Windcrest Police Department continues to enforce the law fairly, equally, and unbiased through thorough and complete investigations, even those unpopular as they may appear, and we will continue to pursue offenders aggressively and to the fullest extent of the law, no matter who the offenders may be. That is my statement regarding the investigation, after conferring with the Bexar County District Attorney and the Texas Rangers.
Is it safe to say that crimes were committed?
Yes, sir, they were.
Okay, so there were crimes committed.
Yes, sir.
And I'm paraphrasing, but the problem is that it is extremely difficult, based on the signature pages, etc., to verify who obtained the fraudulent signatures.
That is correct.
Part of the reason I want to do a review of the charter is, if this were done right, and now you can correct me if I'm wrong, if this was done right, every one of those pages would have had someone who verified those signatures were accurate, and therefore that person could be held accountable.
Yes,
the
sir.
problem we have is we have multiple pages, and apparently very few people who are willing to say they actually got those signatures. But if we had that, if we had some sort of a verification on those forged signatures, we could then proceed with some prosecution.
Yes, sir.
That'd be great.
There's a statute of limitations on this crime,
Yes.
and things could change.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is not a close to where it's closed temporary. It still could amount to something else at a later time. Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes, ma'am.
But we don't know who they are. Am I correct?
We know they're fraudulent.
Through the affidavits we received, we do know those were definitely confirmed to be fraudulent. Yes, absolutely.
Now, if someone knocked on my door in this process, and they told me you're signing an agreement to do some public works or some street repair, and I signed to that based on that information, is that a crime?
Yes, sir.
So if I could identify those people, they could be prosecuted.
Could be prosecuted.
Because that's
yes.
probably voter fraud.
I'm not. It would fall under a forgery. It'd fall under fraudulent activity. Yes.
If a person came to my door and said, "I want you to sign this petition because Reese and Pedrati have a lawsuit, and they want you to pay their legal expenses," which is absolutely untrue, that would also be voter fraud.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And if those people were identified, they could be prosecuted.
Yes.